Hey party people, welcome back to So Square Cubed. I'm Jamie. Hello. I'm gonna be talking real quiet because my throat, voice box, I don't know. Something's a little messed up in here. I don't really know what it is, but I've been coughing a lot, so I'm gonna try and chill out a little bit. You might hear Biscuit crying in the background. He got fixed recently and he's not super happy about it. That is a quick heads up. You will be hearing some noises. My bad. Also, I didn't charge my new lav mic and I need to do that. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Anyway, none of that has anything to do with what I was gonna do. It's been a while since I've done a tarot reading on camera, and that's just because it takes a lot of, not really effort, time, or energy, but focus. And I don't know if y'all knew this about me, but I am an ADHD riddled bitch. So I haven't had a lot of focus lately. But what I do have now is some focus, some free time, a better camera, which is kind of cool. So I thought I would do a tarot reading for Leos. This hopefully goes up during Leo season. I would hope so. But this is for my lovely Leo people in my lovely Leo season in honor of Sean for his birthday because he is a Leo. And I don't know if this makes it better or worse, but he's a Leo and I'm a Libra, and I've heard that apparently as signs, I've heard one of two things. Either we are not supposed to get along, or we get along great. And if I'm being honest, we get along great. Fantastic. So my general question is just, what's going on? What do you have to look forward to? What's going on right now? Yeah. What's up in Leo City? Okay, well, first card popped out. That is Justice. Fun. Sometimes the cards pop out because my hands cramp up. Sometimes they pop out because they just do. And anytime they pop out, I pull them anyways, because you never know. Oh, is it a coincidence? Oh, was that supposed to pull? Is that the universe trying to say something to me? It doesn't matter, you know? It's a card that was meant to fall out when it was meant to fall out. And whether that's because I happen to have a hand cramp, or whether that's because it's what the deck really wanted you to hear and you were about to pass the card up, it's all the same. All the same. It's all equally important, right? So, Justice, our card that fell out, and then I do my 5 piles. So, the card that is representing all my Leo people, which would be the querent or the person asking the question, is 8 of Cups. That's an interesting one. The card that represents the question being answered is Chariot. Love that. That is 7 in the major arcana. 10 of Swords. That is your past, or whatever is influencing you right now. The Moon. Okay, that's sure is strange. So I pulled this. I have a tail now. Oh, and a whole head. And he's sitting on my tarot cards with his butt. I'm gonna sit and reset, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now that Biscuit is quiet. He is asleep over here. He stole my chair from me. That's fine. Also, right after I cut the camera, I just got hit with like what felt like a panic attack. Nothing brought it on, like not from what I could tell. I mean, maybe because I had like a coffee. That's definitely could be it, but like I just like full body sweats, shaking, felt weird, did not feel right. After having compiled what all the cards mean for this reading, I just want to say, hey Leos, maybe calm down a little bit this season for the remainder of the season, if we're still in the season by the time this goes up, because I think you might be doing too much, and I think people around you might be doing too much to you. So yeah, get it together, because that shit hurted. We just have to go through it, and I gotta tell you what you got going on, because holy shit. I need to preface everything by saying that these cards in particular, this deck here with the little colorful background, these are my call out cards. If you are doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, or that you have an inkling that you shouldn't be doing, these cards will call you out. And it hurts. It hurts when they do it. It hurts when they do it. So lovingly, these are my call out cards, and we have gotten called out today. Before I jumped off, what I was saying about the moon, because that is what we pulled for our past influence, I believe, or no, for our advice. That's this cute little guy here, the owl. Is it gonna focus? It might have some trouble. There we go. What I was saying before is when I picked up my deck for the first time, and like this has been the first time in months, it was the first like face up card that I saw, like when I turned my whole deck over. And I just thought, oh, that's interesting. I never see the moon. And then of course I pull it, because it's a big coincidence, but that's how that always happens to work. Now, I want to go through all of the cards. I kind of put all their definitions and everything in a Word doc. It's stupid, but it helps me keep track easier than having to reference my little journal every 5 seconds. So this was a pop out for, I use these as clarity cards to just kind of pull the whole reading together. And wow, this one makes a lot of sense. So this is the Major Arcana. It is number 8 in my deck. In some decks it's 11, and it is Justice. So for Justice, you need to stop and balance. Balance things physically, balance them mentally. Right now you are entirely off center and in danger of falling over, and you don't want to do that. You are able to balance. It is entirely possible for you to do so. It is, funnily enough, in the cards for you to be able to do that. We're gonna circle back to Justice, because the whole rest of this reading is just, it gives me the ick. And I don't mean that in like a mean way towards Leos, but I mean that in a, oh, this got too real too fast way. The next card that we pulled was the Querent card, or this card is representative of the person asking the question, or the person the question is for. Like, who am I doing a reading for? So I'm doing a reading for Leos for this Leo season, and we got 8 of Cups. So 8 of Cups is representative of stealing, of loss, of theft. It can be a physical item, like someone steals your car. It could be a more intangible item, like someone steals time from you, steals your honor, ruins your reputation, something like that. What is stolen also does not have to be a very specific thing. Like, if you just feel a sense of loss and a sense of like something has been taken from me, you don't have to point it to a specific thing. It's helpful if you can, but it's not a necessity. Ending 8 of Cups, you will lose something, and it sounds like this time around it's just a lot of time. Like, you're just wasting a lot of time, and that's not a bad thing. Sometimes time has to be wasted, but be mindful of the ways in which you're wasting time. Like, oh, I'm wasting time hanging out with my friends. That's fine. I'm wasting time being paralyzed about a decision that I'm unsure of and I don't know how to become more sure of, so I'm just not making the decision. Hey, as a Libra, I can tell you that is a horrible waste of time. Am I gonna stop being indecisive anytime soon? Absolutely not. But my advice to you is to not be indecisive. Next, I want to talk about the question that the cards are choosing to answer this time around, and that is the Chariot. So the Chariot, it's Major Arcana, number 7 in my deck. Destroy your enemies. Sounds very dramatic. you have a fight coming, and there is conflict to deal with, and there's a biscuit. This video is cursed, isn't it? There's a fight coming, there's conflict to deal with. Be intelligent and communicative during this process. It might be hard work, but but you can do this. If I can talk around a cat, you can handle your conflict. Crash directly into them, don't let emotions get the best of you, work smart, not hard. This is the question that the cards are trying to answer. So you have a fight coming, that's guaranteed. Will you be able to defeat your enemies is kind of here is the question here. Christ. Are you comfortable there now? Past influences. What in your past is influencing now? 10 of Swords, stabbed in the back. This is loss in any way, death of a dream, situation, or idea. So in your past, you probably had to let something go, maybe something you weren't ready to let go of, and that's impacting you now. That could be what's having you waste your time, spin your wheels, feel like you have a fight coming on. It might be a fight over something very similar or the same thing. So that's your past influences. Now the card's advice. Yes, thank you. The card's advice, the first one that we pulled was the moon. Now with this card, you are spinning your wheels, you are wasting your efforts. This is the bad luck card. Make peace on all sides of every fight, all sides of the physical realm, the spiritual realm. Make peace, make do, make peace. Also, as far as advice goes, this is the card telling you you are wasting time. Whatever it is that you are wasting time on, reevaluate. Reevaluate where you need to. Now, I was confused by this as a piece of advice. So I pulled another card. As I do, I pull clarification cards, and we got the 3 of Pentacles. This is a weird one. 3 of Pentacles is success with money. Success will approach you with a creative flair, typically with art. I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, Leos are very creative people. This is great. For an advice card, this is great. Just look for some type of success coming to you with creativity. Embrace your creativity. This is great. And then we get to the crux of the entire issue, which is 8 of Swords. Because I just had to do some A/B testing and pull another card and see. 8 of Swords is pessimism. You are your own worst enemy. You are doing this to yourself. Mental anguish will hold you back, is holding you back. Look at this situation and understand it does not need to be this way. It doesn't need to be this hard. And also, talk to someone. I'm a firm believer, I know, that we all need therapy. Everyone needs therapy. Just like every car needs an oil change, we all need therapy. I need therapy pretty bad. We'll go back eventually, we'll see. So now we move on to our lovely Leos, the potential outcome, and this is like the consequence of the situation as a whole. And once again, I had to pull a couple cards because I just wasn't quite getting the message. So number 1 is Page of Pentacles. Oh, mimicking justice here, balancing on one foot in my deck, very cool. Page of Pentacles is the Aquarius situation card. This is saying nothing about Aquarius as a sign. I love Aquariuses. Love you. Y'all are always a good time, fun. But the energy, the Aquarius energy, specifically of this card, is versatile, in-depth, inspiring, and intolerable. This energy is not easy. It is freeing, but it is frustrating. So this was the consequence of a situation, and I was thinking like, okay, what is freeing and frustrating? What is versatile and inspiring but intolerable? I don't understand. So I pulled one more card, which is the 6 of Cups, influence from your childhood. And I'm thinking, oh, what is freeing and frustrating? Your inner child and healing your inner child. So 6 of Cups, influence from childhood. You need to understand what was instilled in you as a child and reevaluate those emotions, those ideas that made you who you are, right? Go back and look at some of those. Maybe some of those you need to get rid of. Maybe some of those ideas were misconstrued when you took them on as your own. And maybe you need to heal your inner child. So, to wrap things up in a nice little bow, it's gonna be rough for a minute. You're gonna go through some shit. But healing your inner child is always going through some shit. And yeah, Biscuit, I know. Where you're spinning your wheels at, you're stuck on something that you're doing to yourself, you're putting onto yourself, and you don't need to put that on yourself. So reevaluate, and it's going to cost you a lot of time. You are going to lose a lot of time in this endeavor, but reevaluate things, and you might find yourself being re-imbued with creativity, with love for life, with all kinds of things that you miss from your innocence of childhood. So that's kind of it. My lovely Leo friends, y'all have a lot going on. You really do. But just remember, work smart, not hard. Talk to someone. And, you know, regain some of that childhood wonder that you used to have. And I hope that brings you some better things. And I hope you do get a chance to heal your inner child, because I don't know, I assume it's nice. I haven't gone through all that yet. I'm not ready to open up those barn doors full of crazy, but I have heard great things from friends and close loved ones who have gone through and done the work and worked on inner child healing. And if you can get to that point, especially this Leo season, I think you're going to be in a good place. So that is going to wrap it up for me and for Biscuit, who suspiciously is quiet now that I don't need to film a video anymore. It's a mess. We'll get it together eventually, or not. Who cares? I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and go, but please feel free, comment if this resonated with you, and good luck.